Hey, how's it going, guys? So it's Donald and my bro Brett,
What's
and
up?
and so Brett and I have been out here for years. Brett through in 17, and then he actually lives in Suches. So when he got off trail, he wanted to stay near the trail and help people out and share his experience with people and help people discover the experience, man. So today. Brett and I have been sitting down here, talking and stuff, man. And so Brett owns,
AT hiker shuttle.
and it wasn't a Suches hiker
Yeah,
shuttle at one
nah,
time.
no.
No,
It's
no.
always been the same.
Okay.
It gets
But your trail name is
my
Suches.
trail name was Suches.
Okay.
Suches. Yes.
Okay. So Brett's been out here since 2018, and we have a lot of the same experiences, shuttling and stuff.
Absolutely.
Man. He's not too far from me, man. And we've helped each other out throughout the years, and we
Right.
talk about stuff and what's going on out here, man. And just seeing as the trail grows and it evolves and changes, and
Right.
and we have to make changes too.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
To stay on top, man, or to continue to have a business and run it and assist hikers. So, but today we wanted to touch a little bit on the business side. That's something that neither one of us see out here a lot, is people talking about the business side. There's a lot of hikers.
Much more the shuttler side.
Yeah.
In all honesty, the shuttler side of it's a little different than a lot of the businesses out here. I mean, we kind of touch a lot of people.
Yeah, that's right, too.
And we're also the ones that, how do I word this where it won't sound too bad? We also are the people that get the, hey, can you discount a rate for me kind of people.
Right, dude, yeah, that happens a lot, yeah.
I mean, it's not like we're all out here making tons of money or anything, but it's just, it's kind of unique because you get a hostel, hotel, REI, any of those places. I'm pretty sure no hiker is asking for a discount.
Or like a bus or any
100%.
And it's funny that you say that, brother, because that's one of the things that I want to touch on, definitely, bro. And a lot of us feel this way, man.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
This isn't just like me saying this or just Brett.
No.
We all talk to each other out here, and we are all, just. No one ever says anything because I think that they just don't want the repercussions. They feel like if they say something that it's going to come back at them in a negative way. And I think that
I would very much agree with.
Yeah, and a lot of people just don't say anything because of it. And I don't blame them. I didn't either for years, man. But as the trail grows and it changes and people are coming out here and there's more creators or people creating videos and putting stuff out there, and you have people in the rooms and stuff, a lot of the information that people are collecting from these people are not from the businesses. So there's a lot of confusion going on out here, and I think people perceive us as just like a retired person or just someone on the side,
right.
Doing this on the side because it's fun and it's an experience, but that's not the case. Brett and I love what we do.
Oh, we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't.
Right, dude.
I wouldn't be shuttling. If I was here to make money, I wouldn't be shuttling to make money. I could do what I was doing long before this.
Right, you owned a corporate world business.
Yeah,
you did.
My father and I had a business, so I made a lot more money doing that than shuttling. But the beauty of the trail is that once you do it or get involved in it, regardless of how many miles you hike on it, there's always this give back. You feel the give back, a connection, and you want to stay connected, and you do want to give back. And I will say this, from my earlier comment, I guarantee you, if you were to talk to every shuttle person, probably in all the states, but I will say in Georgia, we've given many a free ride.
Well, most definitely, bro. Not just free rides.
It's not like we're not looking out for people or not wanting to give back. We just do it in a silent way.
Right. You have to do it when you can.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly.
you know, Brett's got a FJ Cruiser out there with 600 and something thousand miles on it.
miles.
And it, you know, when you get up in that many miles or period, your car starts to break a lot. And it costs money to keep these vehicles on the road and keep them safe and make sure that our riders are safe and comfortable. That's
maintaining it is
every
expensive.
month.
You've got repair costs that are expensive.
How many miles a month do you think you do?
I don't do as much as a lot of people, but
how many do you think you're doing?
I'm probably doing close to 50 to 75,000 miles a year.
Okay, so divide that 12. That's about probably 5,000 to 6,000 miles per month, right?
Dude, March, April,
Excuse
May,
me, I apologize.
March, April, May, you're changing I'm changing my oil 3 to 4 times a month. Mm-hmm. So that's a lot of miles.
And yeah, definitely.
A ton of miles.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, when it's not peak season, you're not driving as much, but yeah, you drive a lot.
Yeah,
I'm sure y'all drive a lot. I mean,
we do. Mary, between Mary and Jordan, Mary does up to 15,000 miles per month, and then Jordan does almost equally as same. Yeah. So we do about 120 to 150,000 per car per 100%. Year. Yeah, and so. But we hammer it out hard.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You're Brett's
I'm
a
the
serious
low man
dude,
on the totem pole. I'm not.
Well, not the low man.
I'm not the first name on the list.
He's also retired, and you know this is
semi-retired.
Semi-retired. We still have bills.
Yes,
but he doesn't need to push as hard as Mary and I do. We also have employees.
I'm all good with everybody doing everything out here. Like to each his own. I choose my life and my lifestyle. Y'all choose yours.
That's right.
I mean, it's all of what you want in this world, and you know, honestly, the trail for me taught me that. That's in all honesty, I mean, it became where monetary and material things weren't as important.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it became, what am I doing this for? Why am I working all these hours? And I do it now because I love the trail and I love being around the trail, and I don't view it as a job. I view it as almost a lifestyle, really. To be honest, in all honesty, it really is. It's a change of pace. It's a change of life. It's freedom. Mm-hmm. I work hard for 3-4 months a year, and then you know I pick and choose. I still hike, so I go hike. So everybody has their own little needs. I feel very fortunate with what I have and what I've gotten, so I choose to live a different lifestyle.
So what do you think? You've been out here since 2018. You hiked in 2017. Yeah. You've seen the trail change even after COVID when we were all hit with that, crazy. Bro. What do you think has changed since 2020? Like what have you seen out here?
I've seen that people after COVID found the outdoors again, which is great in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I also see less prepared, more, I don't know what I'm doing out here. Mm-hmm. I think some people take it for granted that there are dangers out here. I mean, you're in the wilderness. Mm-hmm. I mean, and I think people were prepared for it or unprepared for it. Like, I don't understand why you show up not having a guidebook or having the app, the Far Out app.
Yeah.
But I see a lot.
You mean like with nothing, right?
Nothing.
Just yeah.
Like my first experience on the trail was, where's water? Right. How do I know where water is? And then you get introduced to the AWOL guide, and then you're like, oh, okay. Well, now I know.
Did you use Far Out?
No. Never used it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you didn't use it on your hike either?
It was not a thing in 2017.
It was actually gut hooks.
It was out.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't learn about it until Virginia, and I went southbound, so that was a long ways away from when I found out about it. Everybody was still using the AWOL guide for the most part.
Yeah, they'd rip pages out, put it 100%. In plastic, and like send it ahead, dude, so they didn't have to carry the whole book. And stuff,
or you did the PDF. A lot of the younger people would. I had a flip phone, so I'm anti-technology. Not that I'm truly anti-technology at that time. It was just I'm older, so I didn't grow up with it.
Right.
But a lot of people had PDF.
Yeah, we had a PDF all day is what we used. Yeah.
I mean, a guidebook is like almost a necessity.
So the guy we met down at Amicalola at Max Epperson Shelter, he rolled in, dude. Murris actually dropped him off, and I was in there like sleeping, bro, or something.
Yeah.
And so the dude had gut hooks, and he hiked with us up till Cooper Gap, right? And then we met up with him on the other side of the smokes. But this dude had gut hooks, so we saw that dude, but we actually didn't have a guidebook or any idea of it till we got to Budget in Franklin. And a guy there named Sly, dude. Dude, and it was so cool actually because he actually. So this is the Alder right here, and so he actually hooked us up with a guidebook, and he also hooked us up with an Alder, bro. He was very cool, and so the dude was actually the editor. The Sly was the editor, man, and we didn't know it at the time till after, dude. And so he actually, see that dude right there, he was working up at Rowan.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was working at Rowan Havens, and so we didn't know it, but he hooked us up with the stuff, and he's like, yeah, I do the. He's like, I'm the editor and the secretary of all.
I've made people take pictures of my guidebook.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you need this. Take a picture of my. Like, this will get you to Neil Gap.
Yeah.
And then get a guidebook or download Far Out, whatever you need to do, but you definitely need something out here.
Yeah,
for sure.
And after a while too, man, what I noticed as we were moving up the trail is like people will tell you like, there's no water for 8 miles, and you know what I mean, dude? And so you're like stopping and talking, man. But it's nice to have some sort of guidebook or a Far Out app or whatever, man.
Well, it sounds like I'm saying people weren't prepared. Hell, I didn't, on my hike, I didn't know what was going after Maine. Like I started in Maine, I researched
right, because you did a Sobo.
And that was it. Like people were asking me, well, what are you going to do when you get to the Whites? I was like, I hope I get out of Maine. I figured it out. Yeah. I had the guidebook, but I mean, you're not going to be prepared for everything, but you can definitely get in trouble not knowing where things are.
Yeah,
for sure.
Definitely.
It helps out a lot.
It does. It does. So people coming here unprepared, like, what else are you seeing, man? What do you see out here, brother, that you think...
I'm going to be honest with you. The thing that really gets in my crawl about post-COVID is the amount of trash that's getting left out here.
Yeah, dude. L&T, bro, is tough. I did a video on it, though. Did you see that pile of shit that stacks up at... Where is it? Byron Reese, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's just not...
I did a video on it.
It's not cool for people to leave stuff out there. And it's a lot of it is the micro trash, too, which people don't talk about. Like, you tear a little goo packet off and you spit the thing out. You squeeze the goo in your mouth and you put the goo packet in your pocket or something. It's like... What about the thing you just spit out?
Yeah.
To me, the trash thing is awful. And for everybody that's being reintroduced to the outdoors, pick up your trash.
Yeah, definitely. L&T is super important.
Leave it at a gap and expect somebody to pick it up for you. I mean, it doesn't weigh anything. You literally... mile 20 on the trail, you walk right to a trash can.
Yeah, what do you got? There's trash receptacles.
I mean, it's just, to me, that's crazy because I see it. I on my hike, I can't tell you the number of times where I would get to a shelter and grab my trash bag and realize, oh man, I forgot to empty that when I was in town. And then you're carrying around 2 weeks worth of trash.
Right. Hanging off your bag.
Like, what was I thinking?
Yeah.
So it does not cost you anything to take your trash out with you.
It doesn't, man.
And quit burning it. Please quit burning it.
That is very good to say because when people throw garbage in the fire pits and burn it, all that goes right into the pit and it actually makes it toxic. And so it's not good for the ecosystem. And so and another thing is the micro trash, bro. You're correct, dude. Like I'll be walking down the trail and someone peeling an egg or throwing their banana peel out and they think that it's biodegradable, but actually leave no traces, leave no trace. Leave the smallest footprint possible.
And I will say this about the leave no trace, because there's levels of it. Mm-hmm. Scratching a rock with your trekking poles.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, come on now.
Yeah.
I'm not calling that leave no trace. I mean, sorry. I'm hiking with trekking poles.
That's right, bro.
It is what it is. Well, I don't know about you guys, but there was a year up here where there was people telling people to leave the little plastic knobs on the end of it. And one of my neighbors he hunts a lot up here, and he came to a breakfast and he handed me a handful of these things, and he goes, "Brett, what are these?" And I was like, "I don't know what those are." And he was like, "What are they?" I was like, "That's the little rubber tips on the trekking poles, on the ends of trekking poles." He goes, "Well, I'm finding them all over the AT."
Yeah.
So, do you want to scratch a rock, or do you want to leave a piece of rubber out on the rock? I'm going to scratch a rock.
Yeah.
So I'm not telling people what to do. I'm just telling you how I feel.
And so that's interesting, man. I don't call scratching rocks on that trail, that pathway, leaving a footprint.
Well, that's apparently what they were saying.
Who was, man? I think I remember some of that, dude.
I'm just gonna say there was hikers telling me they were told to leave them on there because they were scratching.
Who was telling them that? Probably down at the base camp.
I think we all know who that is.
Yeah, that's too bad, man. It is what it is, man.
I mean, and it goes back to some of the similar conversations we have. Like, not everybody's gonna agree with everything.
That's right, bro.
But come on now.
L&T is super important out here. That's like the most important piece of the whole puzzle, I think, is L&T.
I agree. I mean, if you're going to take it out, if you're going to take it with you, take it out with you.
Pack it in, pack it out.
I mean, I found a few broken trekking poles out there. I actually carried a broken trekking pole out of the 100-mile wilderness that was not mine. And I got the Shaws, and the poet I handed him this pole. I was like, "Hey, where can I put this?" And he goes, "Well, you have 2 trekking poles, and that's a third one." I was like, "Yeah, I picked it up in the 100-mile wilderness and carried it out." And he was like, "Good on you, man."
Yeah, right,
so I felt good about that one. I was like, I wasn't doing it for any attaboys, but, don't leave your trekking poles that's broke out there.
Yeah,
carry it out with you, please.
Maine is a different place too, man, than Georgia,
absolutely.
bro. I grew up there, so fucking.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
Yeah,
it's a beautiful state. Yeah, I love Maine.
I grew up around there. I grew up on the Kennebec River in Hollowell. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, dude. My family actually had been there since 1776.
So you're near Carrollton?
No, I'm near Augusta, Maine.
Further up?
No. So
the Kennebec is the one that you ferry across.
Yeah, but the Kennebec goes all the way up.
Yeah.
It goes all the way to the ocean.
I should have thought about that before I said it.
Yeah. And
that's awesome.
We were on the lower part of the Kennebec, bro. And so I have friends up there in Monson and stuff. And dude,
awesome
they own a whitewater place up there. It's called.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's right next to the trail.
Near Able?
Yeah, right. It's actually, no. When
Further
you get,
down?
it's called New Sharon, Maine, dude, and it's actually right there at Moosehead Lake. So basically, when you cross that river ferry across, he's right down the road from there.
That's so cool.
Yeah, so he owns Northeast Whitewater is what it's called. He's one of the biggest places.
So when I went out of Baxter to Able Bridge, they had like a flatbed, and they had deflated all the rafts, and they were stacking them up on there. I guess obviously. No,
they run
and I thought that was cool too.
Yeah, dude, it's
awesome.
I love.
It's beautiful. Maine. You ask a lot of people what their favorite parts of the trail is, and people answer whatever. I fell in love with Maine. Maine is freaking awesome, and it's really hard, and it's incredible.
It has everything you want to. Like, you have the ocean, and there's mountains right there, bro. It has, I used to work on the island there called Mount Desert Island, which is where Cadillac Mountain is and stuff, Bar Harbor. Yeah. And so I used to work there and then head up to Katahdin and hike up there every summer, bro. And so... but the thing is, dude, is you have ocean, you have all that rocky coast. I've never seen anything like that except for like up northwest. But Maine is its own. The place is just beautiful, and like awesome. 2/3 of the north is nothing. So when you throw something out there, man, it's probably gonna stay there.
Amen.
Man. So down here in Georgia, a little bit different, man. There's a lot of stuff going down.
I don't know this for a fact, but I would say we get a lot more people on this part of the trail than up in Maine.
Oh, most definitely.
Much easier access.
This is where it all starts.
And you get a lot of, you just get a lot of people out there that come to the trail, and I'm for everybody coming to the trail. And I don't care if you're day hiking, section hiking, whatever you're doing, but
those categories suck.
Just take your time into
all an aspiring through hiker is someone that spent more days out here and hiked every single day, man. That's all it is. It's just a multiple series of hikes, man. Yep. And so the thing is, man, is
that's the other thing that I'd like to say real quick
Yeah.
is that a through hiker, if you look at the population, and we talked about this too, the through hiker population as compared to the people that are coming out here is
The smallest fraction.
very tiny. It's the minority of the people out here are through hiking.
And this,
And I think it's the majority of the popularity is that, and I totally disagree with that.
most definitely. And I do